XDR Firefly is now live. Streaming IRL, transforming self-doubt into confidence, let's feed the chickens.
Transforming self-doubt into confidence, let's feed the chickens.
Just getting last little things set up, guys. I messed something up, so I am fixing it right now. Placeholder. Just getting last little things set up, guys. I messed something up, so I am fixing it right now. Placeholder. Just getting last little things set up, guys. I messed something up, so I am fixing it right now. Hope you guys are enjoying yourself. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, awesome. Okay, that's good. Everything should be good now. Yourself. Can you guys hear me? Yeah, awesome. Okay, that's good. Everything should be good now. One more second, guys. I am just trying to get everything set up the way it is, and I thought I'd had everything set up, but I obviously did not. One more second, guys. I am just trying to get everything set up the way it is, and I thought I'd had everything set up, but I obviously did not. One more second, guys. It's okay, though. It should be good now. Do want to check something. It's okay, though. It should be good. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, we can.
Okay. Great. Something. Can you guys hear me? Great, great, great. Awesome. Okay. Got all that done. Got my coffee. I am ready. Okay. I am ready to go. Well, almost ready to go. We'll be ready to go in just a second. Great, great, great. Awesome. Okay. Got all that done. Got my coffee. I am ready. I am ready to go. Well, almost ready to go. We'll be ready to go in just a second. Great, great, great. Awesome. Okay. Got all that done. Got my coffee. I am ready. There we go. Okay, where's my shoes and my gloves? Gloves, found them. Shoes right over there. Perfect. Everything is coming up good. So I should have the audio, so if you guys talk, I should be able to hear you, which is very nice. Right over there. Makes things a lot easier. Now I just need to get Mr. Rogers get my shoes on. And there's my one shoe. There's my other shoe. I should have the audio, so if you guys talk, I should be able to hear you. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Beautiful day for a neighbor. Won't you be mine? Like my new hat that Lisa made, so I can put my dreads up so I don't get them all gross and yucky. Because it's very easy to do. Oh, I need to have a cheat sheet inside. I need to grab my cheat sheet. Duh. But So it is the whatever Super Bowl Sunday is. I don't know what the date is. 8th, maybe? 9th? 8th or 9th of February 2025. So it is the whatever Super Bowl Sunday. We're going to talk about confidence today and how to build up your confidence and some cool tricks and tips to use. But I need to go grab my cheat sheet because if I try to rely on my brain to keep myself organized, that will never happen. I try to rely on my brain to keep myself organized and to make this far more entertaining. If I have a cheat sheet when we do things, you guys will like it a lot better. So now I also gotta put on my gloves and to make this far more entertaining. If I have a cheat sheet when we do things, you guys will like it a lot better. So now I also gotta. Okay. So, let's peek up here. It is, current temperature is, we've got ourselves about 32 degrees or -1°C. And if we look up here at the beautiful sky, it's gray. It's a gray sky morning, like normal. So let's go say hi to Miss Lisa. Let's get the stuff to feed the bunnies. It's gray. Lisa is feeding the chickens and the ducks. So normal. So let's go say hi to Miss Lisa. And we're gonna break down into talking about confidence and all the other stuff. But let's get all the supplies we need first, because that is what we are looking for. And we're gonna break down into talking about confidence. All the other stuff, but let's get all the. We'll get the supplies over there, because that is what. And then we will, after we get the supplies, after we get our supplies set up, we will go get Sylvia some. We will go get Lisa some water. And we'll get the supplies over there, and then we will, after we get the supplies, all of that good stuff. So let me get a couple scoops in here. Get Sylvia some water. Couple good scoops. All of that good stuff. So let me get a couple scoops in here. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the other scooper. Here is the other scooper that I am looking for. We'll get out my cheat sheet. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to the other scooper. Here is the other scooper that I am looking for. We'll get out my cheat so sheet. How do you guys solve your confidence level, being sad, dealing with all of that kind of stuff? Well, there's lots of ways to do that. I'll just take it down for you because I need one of them for the bunnies anyways. How do you guys solve this one and off the confidence level, being sad, dealing with all of that kind of stuff? Well, there's lots of ways to do that. Little bit of chaos there to try to figure out who's going to get one with water. So one of the things you need to do is most of us, the reason we are not successful is we lack a level of confidence. We lack what we should be doing, and we have either imposter syndrome, where we think that we're not good enough at what we do, or we really just don't have the knowledge and we're talking out of place. And either of those is fine. It's okay to talk out of place. Have either imposter syndrome and to help build up your confidence. So what I want you guys to do is I want you guys for the next, and I'm doing this myself actually, I started writing this down, but what I want you guys to do is I want you guys to start thinking about things that are your insecurities. So what makes you insecure? When you think about things, either stuff that's happened to you in your past or stuff that happens to you now, what makes you feel insecure? What makes you feel like you're not good enough? We all have it. I've got imposter syndrome. I've got imposter syndrome really bad. Like I usually don't have any idea why people genuinely. No, I know why people want to listen to me, but I sometimes feel like I just don't have enough. I don't feel like I can help them enough. And I think a lot of that has to do with I am needing to make sure that I'm happy, being more and more happy with who I am. So we're going to dig. So one of the things is we need to really think about the really deep questions. So I'm being more and more happy with who I am. I'm just going to fill this up the rest of the way. We need to really think about the really deep questions. So, yeah, this is not these. Okay. The little ones are because I have to pull it in there and get it in there. The little ones are easier. Anyways. The little ones are because I have to pull it in there and get it in there. The little ones are. So let's get this water. Anyways. So with your insecurities and with your trying to figure out what makes you feel the most insecure and why you're feeling insecure, you have to think about. I like to think about the top 5. What's the top 5 reasons why you might insecure, and where did they come from? So a lot of times they came from when you were younger, from when you were in middle school, or an event that happened to you while you were a kid, or maybe even happened in college. Maybe you thought you were really awesome and someone tore it down. Now, what's really interesting to think about is a lot of your insecurities are actually other people's insecurities that they're putting onto you. So like, for example, let's say that you feel insecure about the clothes that you have on your body. Why? Because you chose to put those clothes on your body. Why do you feel insecure? Because somebody else made a comment to you. Somebody else was insecure about clothes. And so they made a comment to you about it. And that in turn meant that got pushed onto you. So a lot of insecurities is actually just a social, like a social mind worm. It's like a social mental sickness. Because you might not have had it. Like I don't have clothes insecurity. Like I'll wear whatever the hell I want. I don't really care what I look like. I do understand that sometimes you need to look presentable in certain situations. You might not have had it. Like I don't really have. It's coming through twice. Wear whatever the hell I want. I don't really care. Okay. I will go address that right now. I think that's an issue at the house. They're saying my audio is coming through twice. So I'm gonna go. Let's. Okay. You can keep it on. No, you can turn it off. Right now. So let's go address the audio coming through twice, because I thought I had listened to it and I thought that I thought I had that handled, but I'm gonna go address that. It's probably an OBS thing, but thank you. No, you can turn it off. So let's go address the audio coming. It's probably an OBS thing. So anyway, so your insecurities. So if we talk about going back to what we were talking about your insecurities. So the other thing is a lot of your insecurities are things that you have learned, because let's think about it. When you see little kids, what insecurity do they have? They really just don't give a fuck. And this goes back to that book. If you've not read it, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck is very useful. It's a very useful book because it helps kind of rewire your mind. So let me I'm gonna set you guys outside for just a second. I'm gonna step in, see if I can figure out why the audio is coming through twice with a couple second delay. Makes me think that something on Discord or OBS is reading it. Let's set you guys outside for just a second. I'm gonna step in. Let me see. The audio is coming through twice with a couple second delay. Makes me think that something on Discord or OBS is
all good, Stu. How are you?
So let me see. The audio is coming through twice with a couple second delay. Makes me think that something on fix it. Can anybody verify for me that the audio is fixed? I'm going to bring up another phone, but we should have that should have fixed the audio. We'll give it another second to see. I'm going to turn this up. I'll hear myself for just a second. Fix it. Can anybody verify for me that the audio? Okay, it looks like it's fixed because I think Illustrator wrote something and I don't know why I'm not hearing that, but we should be good. We should be good. I think maybe I stepped away. Let me...
Scratch that.
Okay, cool. Let me turn off my glasses and turn them back on because I lost my... It was talking to me in my ear and now it is not. And that was pretty fun. So there might have been an echo there for just a second. I want to see if... Okay. Now, right now, I'm standing at the camera. I'm looking at you, so...
She's downstairs while I fuck around with paperwork, but I will.
Okay, guys, good, bad, good, bad. How is it sounding? It's interesting how much of a delay there really is on this.
Seems okay now.
Bad.
Seems
Echo
okay now.
is back.
Awesome, thanks. Great.
Echo is back.
Echo is back. Why is the echo back? What's echoing?
But only on our TTS.
The TDS is echoing. Huh. How can I fix that? That's an interesting one because that should not be echoing.
TDS.
TDS.
Okay. I'm gonna fix. I guess I'm just going to have to pay attention and read chat because I don't know why the TS is echoing. Actually, I've got one other thing that I can try. One other thing that I can try to see.
Before it was you, that's gone now.
Before it was
Before it was you, that's gone now.
Yes, sack it off. Nobody wants to hear what we have to say.
Okay. Anything else? Is the can somebody tell me if the TTS is echoing? Because I just did a feature on there. Well, the TDS is nice for me. That's why I like it. I don't want you guys to hear it. There might have been an echo there for just a second. Okay, that's... Wow, there is such a delay in the video. It's so interesting. So...
Ground control to Major Tom.
Yeah, see, this is the problem. I have my phone sitting outside, and I'm expecting to hear the TTS, and I can't hear it. So,
TTS echoes still.
Okay, it's echoing still. Okay, that's fine. Easy fix. Easy fix. Easy fix. I will just read the. I'll just read everything. So. Give me just a second. I just have to disable the talkback feature. And then I need to figure out how to address that in a different way. It's the one thing that's really cool and really sucks all at the same time. So, okay, no more echoing. TTS should not echo anymore. It should be disabled. It is absolutely disabled. And I need to... Yeah, it shouldn't. It should be coming through my glasses is where that should be happening. How do you bring up that feature again? I just need the screen a little bit bigger. Whatever. I'll just pay a lot more attention to the mic. I'll pay a lot more attention to the chat. I've got the chat right above here for me, so I will just pay more attention to that so I can interact. Okay, wherever I walk there, I lost video for just a second, which was interesting. So it should be back up now. So it should have went to a be right back screen and then should have came right back, I hope. If I have looper set up, it should. The other thing I don't have is, I don't understand why. What is going on? Why? Why did it fail? Okay. Well, let's see what happens there. If I just end up talking to myself, I just have to end up talking to myself. It's fine. Feeding the chickens is the priority in general. So, I can't find a place for this to sit flat. Okay, you guys get to sit. You guys get to sit over here then. Okay, I need to make sure, actually, I think you guys can sit like right here. I'm so good. Awesome. I need to make that bigger for me now. I need to remember to do that. Two things I need to do is make the chat bigger so it's easier to read, and I need to figure out how to get the TTS to do appropriately what it is supposed to do. But at least I got the closed caption. I mean, I'm pretty happy I got my closed caption for anybody else that wants to be watching. That should be working well. The closed caption should be, which is cool, because that's something, that was a new feature I really was trying to work on and trying to get added. Okay, let me go back to my cheat sheet so I can refocus my brain back to where I need to be. Okay, so we were talking about insecurities. That's where we are. We're talking about trying to flesh them out. So one of the things I want you guys to do, some of you guys out there in TV land, is start figuring out what things make you feel nervous. It's spending time with yourself, being mindful with yourself, and why do you feel like whatever you feel? And then figure that and write those down so you can actually look at them and you can document them. And you can document them and you can start figuring out why you feel the way you feel. So for example, I feel like I fuck everything up. That's a good example. I feel like everything's my fault. I always screw everything up. So I need to figure out why I feel that and then how to not think that. So that's a tough one. I'll be honest, that's going to be a tough one for me because I know why I feel the way I feel. And it's not because I've actually fucked everything up, but I don't know how to solve my mindset with that yet. And that'll be something I have to spend some time with. I'll be able to figure it out. It's just, have to find ways to solve having that mindset. So, and then, I have my top 5 insecurities. That's definitely one of them. So letting someone, screwing something up, fucking something up, letting someone down. Those are two definitely of my highest insecurities. Yeah, I don't care if I'm good enough at something. That doesn't really bother me. I can not be good at something. I'd like to be good at something, but I don't have to be good at it. Another insecurity. So there's 2. Yeah, most of my securities deal with me screwing something up or someone trying to rely on me and not being good at it. I do have the insecurity of giving bad information, but I do my very best to try to not give bad information, to keep the information that I share as relevant and as good as possible. So I want you guys to think about your insecurity. So do you have an insecurity about, parenting or raising your animals, or do you have insecurity about public speaking, or do you have insecurity that you can't get a job because you're not good at a particular thing, or you are insecurity because you want to ask for more money, but you just don't feel like you know how to do that. And a lot of that's insecurity. Maybe you're not a good salesman, and that's why you feel that you don't feel like you can ask for money or you can ask for something that you should be asking for. Or maybe you have insecurities in your relationship and you feel like you would like something out of your current relationship, but you just feel too insecure. You don't know how to ask for it. That's kind of a big one. And we do that also with our friendships. We don't know. You guys get to do this. At asking for help, because I know there's lots of people, as much as I like to help other people, I'm guessing there's people out there that also enjoy helping. So if I can also help people and they can help me, and have a win-win situation. So then you're going to sit with those insecurities for a while, because you know what the truth is sometimes just giving them a name and saying it out loud does a lot for the insecurity. And sometimes it's not. Sometimes the security is set in a lot deeper trauma than just talking about it. Because I think one thing that we don't talk about enough in the world is the trauma that we acquired throughout the course of our life. Because we've acquired trauma from our childhood, we've acquired trauma from, our young adulthoodness, trauma from loved ones, from past relationships, from lots of different things. And we don't really have a mechanism in our current society to promote healing from those traumas. We kind of just tell people to suck it up. So something I've recently learned is it's kind of like a British American trait that was kind of brought over. It's very like that stiff upper lip thing, but it's the inadequacy. It's that not quite good enough. And that is something I didn't realize, that a lot of people don't have that trait. That's very like American English. Like the French don't really have that trait. And so it's just very interesting. And I think a lot of that has to do with like how we're taught in school. It has to it's okay to ask mistakes. I think you should ask for forgiveness because we're all going to regular mistakes. But you should think that sounds defeatist, and it gives the control to the wrong people. It doesn't give you control. It gives control to like a sky god or a church or something else, where I think that I like the concept of, you know, we want to do your best, try not to make mistakes. If you do, it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. I love that. There's a quote from one of my favorite movies, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. The quote goes, if you're thirsty, a drink will cure it. If you're not, a drink will prevent it. Prevention is better than a cure. And then they also quote into that, they talk about how when he turns on the power of the house, it's better to ask forgiveness than permission. And so I like those quotes. I like the way they work together. They are fun in my head. Okay. Let's go. I left one thing down over there. Let's go grab that. And I'm going to walk. I'll just spin the camera around so you guys can see me walk down there. And then I'll walk right back because there's no reason to carrying you guys down there. When I know this will reach all the way there, and all the way back. Okay, so I got some on the back sheet of here. I've got some questions that we can ask you. Okay, so what's something I avoid doing because I'm afraid of failing or being judged? I would definitely say that I could do more with building my school that I'd like to teach more people. I'd like to have like more of a physical school, more of actually teaching people stuff. And I think that part of the reason I haven't done it is because of that. What compliments do I struggle to accept? I pretty much accept all compliments. I struggle with all of them. I'm not good at receiving compliments. It is words of affirmation do not do, like, they feel like a forked tongue. The problem with compliments is that they feel like I have to do something in return. Like somebody gives me a compliment, I feel like I have to give something back. Compliments feel like a monetary exchange. I don't like compliments because, and I mean, don't get me wrong, compliments are cool. I get it. A lot of times my gut reaction is someone gives me a compliment and I feel like I need to give them something in return, either a compliment back, or I feel a sense of responsibility when I get a compliment. And I don't like that, but that's the answer to that. And what criticism that always sticks with you? That I'm not doing it well enough, that I could have done it better, that I'm not a perfectionist. And I'm not a perfectionist. I'm the opposite of a perfectionist, man. And I have potential. Like, I know there is potential. I told, you guys know that I follow the opposite of OCD. NGF, not give a fuck. But I think I have that to counteract, because I do think that there could be aspects of OCD that I could be willing to have. But I've done enough in my life that I've just just like with being dyslexic, audio and visual dyslexic, and having to learn little tricks. I think not give a fuck syndrome is the same as not wanting to have OCD, not wanting to be so well organized, so precise, focus on everything so perfect that I don't get anything done, because I know I would absolutely do that. So anyway, so that's criticism. I don't like being told that something isn't done properly, because a lot of times it's not done properly to the person. Anyways, regardless. Okay, so we're gonna go to segment 3. So I got it all in notes here. So something I do think I'm a good listener, because we also need to talk about skills that you are good at, your insecurities and some of your securities, because we all have things that we know we're good at. So, and I think I'm a good listener. think that is a skill I have. I think people will say that I'm good listener. Patience, and I didn't have patience before. I will tell you that. You can ask my little brother. Sometimes he would argue that I don't have patience. Lisa can argue that there's times that I don't have patience either. But I try. Like, my patience are far more than I've ever had before. So, look, guys, the roof is, we're going to have to go up on that roof real fast because I just noticed that the roof is up there. We need to get that fixed. So patience. Patience and listening are probably the two skills that I have acquired that I probably am not insecure with. If people say those two things, if people say I have patience, or if people say that I'm a good listener, I would say if someone disagrees with either of those, I think they're crazy, because those are skills that I do think I have. So I want you guys to think about, what skills do you guys have? What securities, what things do you just know that you're confident in, that you're just like, awesome? Like my buddy Sean, he's really good at sales. If he gets to know something, I bet he could sell just about anything. My little sister, she is good at, she is good at organizing things, and she is good at making presentations, and she's good at reading a room and knowing how to address that room pretty quickly. So Lisa's good at being a cheerleader and trying to be supportive, which is funny because, you know, it's what I told you I'm really bad at. So it is nice to have someone that's good at that around. If I put this here, is it going to fall? Yeah, but you guys can't really see anything right there. Okay, so this is what I'm fixing. The wind blew this up on the wind blew this up, so we're going to get this fixed while I'm up here. I'd also say something I'm else thinking about this. Something else I'm pretty good at, that I would say I trust myself into saying that I'm good at doing, is I'm good at, if something needs to be fixed quickly. Not even necessarily, I'm not even saying it needs to be fixed right or correct. It just, you need quick thinking, and something needs to be addressed now, because if it's not addressed now, it's going to get worse, and we'll be able to go back and look at it later. So it's not a permanent, you don't have to permanently fix it now, but you just need to get something in line, and you need to get something fixed and down. I would say that is something that I am pretty good at, is quickly addressing an issue and at least getting a temporary fix in, so that it doesn't continue to deteriorate. That being said, sometimes I let that go too long, and I let stuff just sit, and that's where I need somebody that's where I need a business partner, a friend, or someone that's good at, after we solved the initial issue, we solved the problem, how to solve it when it's not in crisis. I can solve lots of issues when they're in crisis. Crisis management, letting me sit for a minute and to think clearly when something's breaking, or when the shit's hit the fan. While it's hitting the fan, I am very good at going back and readdressing that afterwards, and solving the problem when things are not in crisis. Not so much. Not necessarily my wheelhouse. So, let me spin this around. You guys might find this interesting up here. So, up on... Yes, this is how I hold. I can't get the rubber to glue back together, so I redneck it, ghetto-fy it, jerry-rig it. So I use tires and bricks and old rims, or old rotors. It does a good job. So, but here's up on the barn. This is a good shot. I need to come up. This would be You know, this would be, let me see about this shot. How is this shot for, man, that would be a cool, I need to put a camera right here. This would be a cool spot for a camera. It's an angle you don't get to see very often. Let's see if I came this way a little bit more. Yeah, I like this. I think that would be next. Guys, remember this right here. This is going to be a nice spot. I'm thinking I'm going to put a camera up here in the future. I think I know how to do it. Anyways, yeah, one of the skills I have is dealing stuff with crisis and dealing with things that are breaking. What I'm not so good at is the making. I can actually do so it doesn't break. I'm just saying once it breaks, once something that's done breaks, it is harder for me to, after I'm done jerry rigging it, to turn it back to normal, turn it back to 100%. That is that's something that I'd like to get better at, or at least have when I build my team, when I build my tribe, have people that are more skilled at that. That's the other thing, is I need to be more confident at building my tribe.
I'm just gonna wedge that there.
Okay.
It had 2 nails.
This is fixing the
Popped it
window.
back in there.
Okay. I think the wind last night must have done that.
That was very neatly set right there. And that door was like, and that's heavy.
Well, it was really windy last night, though.
Yeah, something might have fallen. You know what? Stuff might have fallen.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Because of her little legs. Okay, yeah, this is the part I've been cleaning up, this little junky area back here. So this is the next on the list of stuff. See, again, insecurity that I have projects going on, but I feel bad about the projects. Okay, so we're gonna walk out here. We're gonna take a quick look. Part of the reason we're coming out here is we're gonna take a really quick look at the gardens and talk about what we're gonna do with that for next year. And then probably head to the house so I can get some other stuff accomplished. Well, the guineas are all the way out here. So, beautiful hayfield. So I'm going to give you guys my vision so you guys can see what I'm seeing. Okay, well, I don't know why that camera keeps failing. It's something I'm going to have to address in the future. Maybe it just needs to be updated. But we're walking out here anyways. So we're going to definitely be adding gardens back. We're going to be adding all of these back. We'll be putting some more stuff up there. I'll show you where this square strip right here, that is going to be flowers. Things like straw flowers, zinnies, things of that sort. And then I've got my raised beds up here, and this is where we're going to attempt again to put in the victory garden. So I'm going to bring one of the greenhouses up here. I've got the raised beds. I've got the tracks ready to go for raised beds. I'm going to come all the way out to here. And we're going to go there to there. So that's going to be inside the greenhouse. And then we have that. And then right along the edge of the cemetery, we're going to grow peas and other wonderful things of that sort. So hopefully we'll get the drone out and take some aerial shots of this as it goes, as we progress and goes through. So, and that will be very fun. But my goal is to have a big garden, a really big one this year. So we will see, Kind of excited. I'm excited about gardening. I'm actually excited about being able to spend more time outside again. And we're gonna have a whole, probably tomorrow, I have a whole big show planned to talk about how much everything has changed and all the new things that I'll be doing as 25 occurs. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that tomorrow. I have to be in the mindset to talk about that because it's a sad story. It's a long, sad story. But again, for tomorrow, for those that interested in looking forward to that. So anyways, back to your homework tonight, guys. Your homework is you're going to figure out your insecurities. You're going to write them down, about 5 of them. You're going to figure out your root of where they came from. Are they your insecurities, or did you get the insecurities because somebody else gave them to you? Either way, you're going to sit them. You're going to live them for a minute. You're going to figure out if any of those insecurities can be solved just by thinking them away. Because sometimes we can think things away. If they can't, which they probably won't, but if they can't, then we need to go with your successes. What makes you secure? What makes you feel like the awesomest version of yourself? So like my insecurity is that I fuck everything up. But one of the things that I do have secure about is I'm a good listener. So those two don't really work together. The only thing I can think that does help is because I'm a good listener, I don't at least fuck up people's lives. So that's cool. So there's a good way to spin it in that direction, which I like. So I want you guys to do that. And then I want you guys to start figuring out how you can start taking the blocks, the trauma that's keeping you to keep that insecurity, and how you can start solving that trauma, and how you can start becoming the best version of yourself. Because as you become a better version of yourself, it's easier to help other people become better versions of themselves. And as you become a better version of yourself, it's easier to not inflict trauma onto others, because we unwittingly affect trauma onto others all the time. We say mean words. We do mean things. We think mean thoughts. We judge our friends. We judge our enemies. We spend a lot of time in judgment when, we're in a glass house and we shouldn't be throwing the stone in our glass houses. So I'm going to go check, see if Lisa needs anything else. And then we will probably head on in. So Lisa, anything else I can help you with? Okay, cool. Well, then I'm going to head in too. Let's go over and look at the ducks in the pond first. This is the pond. I have a lot to be working on in this pond, but actually it's doing pretty well. So I've got the sandbags all along the edge to hold that in. I do need to get those sandbags. I need to get some more rocks holding up that bank. But this is actually holding water fairly decent. Ducks love it. So just need to get that cleaned up a bit. And then need to get the other little ponds fixed. Get the sandbags covered up so that they aren't so visible. But the sandbags are doing their job. Oh, I do want to show you guys one other thing before we go in. So we'll go the long way. And then, because now the winter's well, winter's not over yet, but now that we're in winter, we do need to spin around and get everything cleaned up a bit. So I've got, what'd you say? Yeah, do a major sweep, get everything cleaned up, make everything start looking presentable again. But I do want to show you my new compost bins that I have recently created. So we have our 2 compost bins here. So compost bin number 1, number 2, I do need to, I'm going to get some stuff. I'm going to paint the outside of this. We're going to get some paint. We're going to paint the outside of this, but recycling old dryers for compost bins. And then we'll be addressing this because this is where I would actually want to put bamboo and some other things in the near future. Okay, so yeah, compost bin, and then we're going to put some nice raised, we're going to mulch all this. We're going to bring back these raised flower beds. This has got a lot of sun choke. This has got sun chokes, garlic, and a few other things. You can see the sun chokes actually peeking up. So sun chokes, bury it down because we know some more cold weather coming. But yeah, sunchokes, garlic, asparagus in here. We're gonna put a nice thing across the back of that, get this all cleaned up, mulched, and this will be nice. Might even put some sunflowers because this is a nice spot for sunflowers as well. So maybe some sunflowers and some such over in that. So anyways, folks, thanks for hanging out with me as we went on this fun adventure. Again, guys, focus on your insecurities, do your homework. I look forward to seeing you guys on here tomorrow, chat with you guys tomorrow. By the way, if you like these shows, I am uploading all of my past Let's Feed the Chickens onto my Rumble channel. If you go onto Rumble and you just type in Let's Feed the Chickens or LFTC, you can find it. I think I'm up to 50 now. 45, 50. I don't know. I've been uploading a handful a day. I've got quite a few episodes up, but I'll be uploading all of the episodes. Will be up there on the Rumble. It's kind of like the archive channel. Since they're not just on YouTube, they were all over a bunch of places. If you guys like that kind of stuff, follow me on Rumble with that, or follow me on Rumble with X Factor Firefly and all the other stuff. Anyways, guys, it's Doc. Till tomorrow, I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of the day. If you're going to watch Super Bowl, I hope your favorite team wins. I think it's the Eagles, spelled with ELGLES, versus Taylor Swift's team. So, anyways, guys, till tomorrow.